Weekly Blend. My name is Heidi Ellsworth,
And I'm Karen Edwards.
and we're here to talk about what's happening in all of our great industries: roofing, metal, coatings, you name it. We've got so much going on, Karen. I can't believe it.
We do. In just a couple of hours, I'm going to be hosting a metal talk with our friends from Malco Tools. And we're going to be talking about the full line of metal benders. But also, you're going to get a kind of a look inside how they do their quality assurance, how they decide what they're going to roll out. And we'll be talking about maybe some teasers of what's coming in the future.
Well, it's so, and I love, it's, I know, we love tools. And we love to hear about all these new tools that are coming out from Malco. They are so great. And the thing I really love about that is this just goes across everyone, right? So if you're roofing, you need these bending tools. If you're doing HVAC, if you're doing other things with metal building, erecting, these are the kind of tools that can really help kind of bring everything together. The product managers are so great. So I would watch Karen today as
Yeah.
they kind of go through these.
One thing that's really cool is that they make tools that attach onto a regular cordless drill. So you've already got the drill, right? Everybody's got one of those. Just get the tool to attach to it, and it makes it so easy.
I know they have really cool stuff. I love it. I love it. So check out their directories maybe this morning before the metal talk, and you'll see a whole lot of great stuff. And speaking of which, tomorrow we also have an amazing coffee conversations. It's Karen about our favorite thing, IRE.
I know. Someone said, "You're talking about IRE already?" And I'm like, well, it is September, believe it or
I
not,
know.
and it's going to be here before you know it. So, this event is you want to plan, you want to book your rooms, you want to get registered, plan your travel, and then listen to this coffee conversations because they're going to be talking about what's new, what's different, what's exciting. I
Yeah.
think yeah, you don't want to miss that either.
No, it's really good because it's brought to us by our friends at SRS. And of course, they have their tailgater, which is
Yeah.
so much fun. They also have their music stage at the tailgater. And I'm hearing some rumors that we might know some of the folks who are going to be performing there, Megan Ellsworth.
Ooh.
So that's pretty exciting. But even bigger is really talking about we're going to have Wes, who is part of the Para Latinos movement at SRS, talking about what's going to be happening at IRE, along with Danielle, who is with Informa, and they're going to be really talking about the inclusiveness of IRE, like you said, the registration, the hotel. So it's really not too early, and for I love the fact that they're going to have bilingual registration, that they have so many great events that are really going to make a difference in this, who shows up and what they're doing. So I'm pretty excited about this. Be sure to join us tomorrow for coffee conversations and bring your questions like, what am I going to do about my hotels? What is the Riverwalk? All that
Right?
good fun stuff.
Yes, and I heard that parts of the conversation were going to be in Spanish tomorrow.
Yes, they are. I
Hmm.
know. I know. So, again, we also want to be inclusive and make sure that everybody can be a part of it and really gets the information that's out there and can answer questions. So, if you have questions in Spanish, we can do that too. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun tomorrow. And then next week, we have our coatings talk on roof restoration from our friends at Geico. And you know what? This is like a 101, Karen. And I just
Hmm.
love, so many people are like, well, do you call it a roof coating? Do you call it liquid applied? How does that work? They're going to really talk through that and help us all understand some of these terminologies because roof restorations are, I mean, it is the
Exploding.
exploding. Thank you. I was looking for the word.
Yes.
Yes.
Because I mean there are maintenance coatings, there are roof coatings, and then there's those liquid applied membrane systems.
Yeah.
Some count as a second roof, some don't. So they're going to really talk about the differences and understanding. And I think it's going to be really, really educational.
Yeah, I do too. I think it's so good. And if you haven't been on Coatings Coffee Shop, go check it out. I mean, we have some great webinars. We have one from the roof that's on there. We have webinars talking about roof restoration, and it really. I feel like every single day I'm talking about roof restoration, Karen. It is something that everybody's into, and it's so environmentally at the forefront.
Yeah, and so many opportunities to learn, right? Even our friends at the Roof Coating Manufacturers Association have some
Yes.
online classes that you can learn about. And then our friends at Everroof and General Coatings are doing a drawing to win one of the Clemson roofing
Right.
classes, I believe, which is huge. Enter to win
It's
that.
huge. And they are constantly giving back. And you know what? That leads us right into that drawing is going to be on the last day of the Roofing Contractor Association of Texas show next week,
Oh,
RCAT, which
yeah.
we'll be at.
Yeah, yeah, good segue there. And you'll be doing live interviews from the show floor.
Hmm.
But you and Megan are also going to be doing a class on podcasting.
Yes. And Megan's the expert. I just go along to, fill in the blanks a little bit here and there about roofing. But yeah, it's really, we did this class a couple years ago and it was really popular. And people are getting into podcasting because it's not just about doing your own podcast, but it's also about how do you get onto other people's podcasts,
Hmm.
like Roofing Road Trips or Metalcast or Coatingscast. How do you do that? How do you, in your own community, or if you want to start one, how hard is it and what's it all about? So it's a great class. We're excited. We're honored that RCAT is going to have us as speakers. It's really cool. And the other thing that we're going to be doing, Karen, is our newest crew member, Jessica, is going to be joining us at this show, and she will be is bilingual, so she is going to be able to really learn and share what's going on with coffee shops, both in English and Spanish. That is a huge, this is what we're going to be doing at all the shows, and so it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, if you want to find out a little more about the RCAT show next week, I hosted a podcast with those ladies that talked all about it. So go check out on Roofers Coffee Shop, go to Roofing Road Trips, or look for it at wherever you listen to your podcasts. We're out there, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Give a
And if you're
listen.
shout out to Texas, we're going to be there. Come by the booth, come talk to us. We're ready. We're excited. We're going to be doing interviews. So it'll be really cool. So speaking of going places, we've got 3 roofing companies that are doing something pretty spectacular the week of November 12th, I believe it is. And that is Gary Howes with Durable Slate, RJ Rado with Global Roofing Group, and Steve Little with K Post Roofing and Waterproofing are leading this effort, but they have teams from their companies that are going to the International Federation of Roofing in Europe. And it's going to be in Austria, Karen, and it's on the homepage of the newsroom right now. It's all the information's there. This is the first time we're going to be competing
Yeah.
internationally with the US being involved. So it's really exciting.
It sure is. It's one thing to see, the roofing competitions and things that we have here, but to go to Austria, wow,
I
that's going
know.
to be so
And
cool.
it's for young competitors. So these are
Hmm.
going to be roofing professionals under 28 years old, and they're going to be competing in metal, in I think slate, and in TPO. And so it's check it out, check out the article, and stay tuned. We're going to be covering this, and we're going to really be talking a lot of this. And I really want to say NRCA's global committee, this is where it came from. So we have a committee that meets that talks about how can we do more globally. And I think that's pretty cool too, because the US has been a little bit behind Europe and the UK and a lot of other places. And so we are catching up and getting part of these competitions. And so go USA.
Yes. Yeah, I know that's exciting because the slate roofers always have a booth at NRCA at IRE, I
Yeah.
should say, and a lot of them go to Russia and go to Europe, and that's where they learn a lot of what they do. And I know
Yeah.
Durable Slate has worked globally as well,
Everywhere.
so this is very cool.
And won awards through the IFD
Yes.
too for their projects. So
Yeah.
stay tuned on that. Finally, classifieds. We got to talk about the classifieds. And I just want to mention Platinum Roofing. Platinum, thank you. You've been on here, and they have job positions in Atlanta, in Dallas. Check out all of their classifieds. They're really looking for people, a great company. And then Karen, I found a little fun thing on here. Actually, I
Ooh.
think you found it first. And that is Pave Connect. So it's a sister company to Roof Connect, and they are looking for folks to come work in the paving industry too. So I was like, Roofers Coffee Shop, they get everybody.
Asphalt is everywhere, right?
I love it. Well, Karen, I'm going to miss you next week, but I'll be there with
Oh,
Jessica
yeah.
and Megan and Alex, and
Oh, maybe
we'll be
you can bring
coming
the weekly blend live from
live from
Texas. That
Dallas.
would be awesome.
We will be doing that. So, everyone, have a great week. We'll be seeing you from Dallas, Texas next week.
Bye.
Bye.